to set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
We may have missed Valentine's Day. Now, I recently watched The Mirror Has Two Faces. I didn't realize that Barbara Streisand directed that movie. And I love the music. I love the opening. I love the music for that movie. Jeff Bridges, amazing. So, either way, we missed Valentine's Day for the AKAPAD Film Buff podcast. And we're a little slow with some of these themed releases. I'm going to do a life update episode sometime soon. But we haven't been on schedule for quite some time, even though we've had some nice output. And coming up for the show, we're going to be wrapping up the best of 2025. I'm spreading out that series. We're going. I think we got one or two of those left. And here on the weekends, it's animation, it's cartoon time, but it's Olympics, and we can put the two together. And just recently, we did Animal Olympics in 1980. Animated feature that absolutely rocked my world. And I immediately went to this one because look, it's the Winter Olympics, and when it comes to film, there's a lot of Winter Olympic movies, but there's not a lot of Summer Olympic movies, which I just feel like it's fascinating. I feel like if it's not some type of Prefontaine or Jesse Owens, it's not a movie. Everything's Winter Olympics. When it comes to animation, we have not exactly a Winter Olympics movie, but it's, if you were a kid in the 50s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and I will even say 80s, because I was predominantly an 80s child, you could watch Goofy, The Art of Skiing, 1941. Isn't that amazing? And you could learn about all of the skiing sports to be featured in the Olympics. And you can learn about winter activities. You can learn about how hard of a sport skiing is in all of its forms. If you want to see Goofy hit the long jump and get lost in the clouds, and then maybe develop a fear of falling. And that's watching this. And it's only like 9 minutes. It's right there on Disney Plus for you. I remember seeing Goofy fly through the sky when he takes that long jump. And I want to say, as a child, I got anxiety every time I would watch it, and I would have dreams, and just overall, like a fear of falling. And I had a little bit of a callback watching this, because it's really been too long. And I say that every single time I get into these Disney animated shorts. It just has been too long since I've experienced these. The last time I watched this movie may have been on the early days of the Disney Channel, where, whatever our broadcast, I'm sure someone out there remembers, but where we were in New Jersey, you could subscribe through your cable provider to the Disney Channel, and it wasn't like a full channel. It would only like air a couple times throughout the day and throughout the week, and the rest would just be like reruns and items like that. But some of them would be like infomercials. They wouldn't be Disney related stuff. But then eventually became 100% the Disney Channel. Groundbreaking, by the way. And previously, I had maybe like rented this from a white clamshell from one of our local VHS stores. And as funny as I think this is, I think this is also one of the best shorts. If I take it from the position of how can we make this better, how can we top this, Goofy and skiing is the I know there's the Goofy football one, but Goofy and skiing is such an amazing combination. And this is the magic of these Disney shorts, where they're just short enough to explore these ideas, and you can kind of see what sticks. And it's a little bit of the method that I cite for the American comic book industry, where people will say Spider-Man has the best villains, or the dark, like Superman. They'll be like, this guy has the greatest rogues gallery. But then you go through the publishing history, and and Spider-Man has a new villain nearly every single issue for the first 12 years, the first 120 issues. But we remember 15 to 20. Yeah, we're pushing it with 20 villains. But you get to see what sticks. So, like, the next generation comes along and they pick the villains that kind of resonated, that stuck, that they can do something with, that they can put on the cover and sell a couple more extra issues. And when this continues for 20 or 30 years, we get this composite. We get like a clear vision of who the character is, the characters that best interact with this character, all of it. And I want to say the early Disney shorts do something very similar, where we hone in on Pluto, we hone in on Mickey and Minnie and Donald. Like Donald, some of the greatest shorts are Donald Duck. And here Goofy. I think if any child watched this, and the gags are just, I mean, I will say it, the way how this ended, it's one of the best endings, where he goes on this death-defying flight where he's in the air trying to use his skis to guide him to a landing, and he kind of crashes through his cabin right into the bed and just starts snoring. And we're done. And if you guys ever spent a day on the slopes, a day with friends or family, skiing your brains out, AKAPAD, this is what happens, and this is how you feel. There is something to coming back from a day of skiing, sleeping, and then waking up, and then you kind of go into the evening. That ritual is I've done it a few times. It is one incredible ritual. I never adopted skiing. Boy, am I a bad skier. But AKAPADers, if you have a young child and you want to introduce them to and again, the best content, the best cartoons, the best movies, the best everything is education. It's built around education. But if you have someone that you want to introduce what skiing is, look no further. This is the absolute best choice. I loved it. I think this is maybe, right, the best short by Disney of this era. It's easily the best Goofy short. Now, you can in the comments you can bring it, you can argue, but I don't know. AKAPADers, I love this. I love the gags. I think it's Disney animation at its absolute height until we get into the 90s, and then we get our second golden age, if you will. But I love you guys. Happy Winter Olympics. Happy Animation Weekend. Yes, the schedule is coming. We're going to get things back rocking and rolling. I love you guys. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.